Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. My name is Marcy, and on this channel, we'll be discussing fragrances, lifestyle, and some travel. So if you're interested in what I'm discussing or what I'm talking about, or if you just want to see me, please tune into my channel, like, comment, and subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, I thank you for coming back. I thank you for your support. And if you are a newcomer and a new subscriber, thank you for coming as well, and welcome. And let's just have some fun and talk about fragrances and have a good time and have some laughs at the same time. So today we're going to be discussing one of my favorite houses. I'm going to try to slow down because I talk really fast. We're going to be discussing one of my favorite houses, and these houses are very inspirational to the city, to the state of New York, and to multiple cities in New York. And this is the House of Bond. I know a lot of people don't like the House of Bond because of the shape of the bottles and the design, but the fragrances smell amazing. And what I was attracted to was the bottles. I was in London and on a little mini vacation, and I went in Harrods. And at the Harrods counter, there were all these beautiful stars and, so many fragrances. And, the sales lady just pretty much attracted me, saying, come smell this, come smell that. So I walked over to the counter and I was interested. And I also heard on some of the reviews about the Dubai edition of Bond and Greenwich Village. So I was really interested. But one of my favorite Bonds that I completely fell in love with was, and I don't hear a lot about this Bond fragrance. I hear a lot about New York Nights, but I don't hear a lot about My New York, which was released October 2020. Also, that's my first favorite. So we're gonna go in order from my first favorite Bond to my next. We're just gonna go on down the line. Let's get started. So, New York Nights. This is New York Nights. The bottle's amazing. This is My New York. We're going to talk about this bottle because this bottle is really inspirational to 2020 and it has a lot of meaning behind it. We have Ruby Dubai. This is a saffron bomb. And we have Greenwich Village. These are all unisex fragrances. The Ruby Dubai leans a little more feminine, but hey, anybody can wear it. So the first one that we're going to discuss is Ruby Dubai. Now, this right here is my favorite Bond of them all. The top is amazing. The bottle is amazing. Some people think that it smells a little, I don't know, someone said cliche, or I don't know, but I think this is an amazing fragrance. If you love saffron, it's an amazing fragrance. It has like a see-through glass bottle. The top's amazing. It has Bond around the top of the bottle. It's a beautiful bottle. So we'll get into the notes of Ruby Dubai. So in the notes, we have saffron, bergamot, we have artemisia. In the heart, you have rose, geranium, magnolia. In the base, you have civet, sandalwood, myrrh, cypriol oil, and nargamatha. And I'm going to explain to you what nargamatha is. I know a lot of people don't like the civet, but you really can't smell the civet in this and in Ruby Dubai. So nargamatha, I googled it, and it is a cedar, frankincense, cinnamon, like patchouli type smell, more of a spicy smell. This has I smell more saffron than anything in this fragrance, so that's why I love it. I'll show you the atomizer. I didn't spray on anything today, so I'm gonna spray on Ruby Dubai, and I have on red too, so might as well. I'm an oversprayer. This is divine. The projection is amazing. Let me show you the sprayer. It's a bit expensive, so I don't think you saw that, but it's pretty. It's amazing. The projection is amazing. The sillage, the longevity is about 10 to 12 hours on the clothing. You just smell all of the saffron with like the amber, slight sweetness. This fragrance smells like Dubai, and it smells real rich. So if you want to smell rich, then you need to get those coins together and then get Ruby Dubai. I also heard that Garnet was pretty good. I smelled the other ones and I didn't care too much for those, but Ruby and Garnet I heard was pretty good, but this one right here is my favorite. So the next one we're gonna go to is my New York. So My New York has a lot of meaning behind it. My New York was released October 2020. It has all the flags on there. My New York was inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement. And that's why they have all the flags on the bottle representing the world coming together. And in the middle, you see the Pan-African flag. So the designer of the bottle wanted to surround the rest of the world with the Pan-African flag because of the Black Lives Matter movement, you know, embracing Black people, you know, supporting Black people all around the world. So this bottle alone means a lot. Not only is the fragrance delicious, but the bottle alone means so much more, and this is like a staple piece in your collection if you can get your hands on this. I think out of all of the bonds, this bottle basically was inspired by world change. So if you can get your hands on this bottle, please do, and I'll go ahead and read the notes. Okay, so the notes for, sorry, let me find that. So the notes for My New York, I told you it was released October 2020, and it's my favorite, one of my favorites aside from the Ruby. The top notes are ginger, amazing, pink pepper, amazing. If you love those two together, the combination of those two screams like bomb. Alemi, and the middle nose is rose, papyrus, the base note is cashmere and sandalwood and patchouli. This right here, I've sprayed it, I've worn it multiple times. It's a spicy bomb, and I sprayed it on my scarf when I was in Harrods, and I was like spraying perfume like all over me. So I just walked around London, went back to my hotel. I just kept saying, what is that smell? And I thought it was one of the bombs that I sprayed on my arm, but I had my scarf wrapped around my neck. And then I could not figure it out until, you know, I just basically like sniffed my whole body. And I was like, wait a minute, it's my scarf. And I was in love. So after I left the store, you know, I fell in love with My New York. So at the moment, I think maybe I had on too many other fragrances to the point where I couldn't really smell this one. But this one right here, I love this one way better than I love New York Nights. So, like I said, the meaning, the juice behind it is amazing. Okay, also my next one you have, I'll go in order. We have Greenwich Village, and I know a lot of people love Greenwich Village. There was this lady that walked over to the counter and was like, you gotta get this, you gotta get Greenwich Village. So I didn't pick it up because I think I had smelled it before. So I was like, oh, whatever. So she went and she sprayed like 8 sprays on her body and then just walked off. So I was like, you know what, let me try it again. So I picked it up, I tried it again. I said, you know what, this smells really good. So it reminded me of something else too. This and Tribeca have similar notes. So I wanted to get Tribeca, but then I love the color of this bottle as well. Tribeca is a little bit lighter than Greenwich Village. So I was like, you know what? Let me spray it on again. So I sprayed it and I kept sniffing my hand. I said, you know, this reminds me of something. And you all know what I'm about to say. It has some of the same notes, and it smells like with a slight difference. It has more projection. It has a better, I'm not gonna say a better sillage, about the same sillage, but it does definitely have more projection, and you can smell this yourself instead of somebody else smelling you hours later. Baccarat Rouge 540. So this right here smells like that. And you know, it's a little more, like I said, the notes are slightly different, but it smells just like that. So I was shocked that this smelled almost the same as 540, and kind of disappointed at the same time. So anyway, but it's a beautiful bottle. It's an amazing scent, and I love it. But the bottle's amazing. And all these bottles are inspired by neighborhoods in New York. This was actually inspired by a bohemian movement in Greenwich Village. And they were pretty much trying to go green in the village. So this was inspired by the green movement, a bohemian movement in that city, in that area in New York. So the next one is New York Nights. This is the one that all of you guys love. Now, this one is kind of like the last on my list, but I do love it. It has an amazing smell. Let's see, New York Nights was released in 2017, and we'll go through the notes. And a lot of you like this because of the caramel and the coffee inside. So it's an oriental vanilla fragrance, and the notes are gardenia, jasmine, carnation. In the heart, there's patchouli, flowers, sea notes, sandalwood. And then in the base, you have your caramel and you have your coffee. So this was inspired also by which is very sad, by Ground Zero, the 9/11 event that happened. So all of their bottles have very significant, heartfelt and heartwarming meanings, and that's why I love the House of Bond. Forget the stars, what's actually on the bottle and the meaning behind it. So, you know, get your nose on this one. It's a really sweet gourmand, and this one's pretty sweet too. My New York is sweet, and Greenwich Village is also sweet. So if you can, get your notes on those. I don't think I went through the notes in Greenwich Village, but you can Google it. So beautiful notes. Like I said, it reminds you of 540. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any comments, or if you have any other bonds that you want to share with me, let me know. Tell me what's your favorite bond, what you like to layer bond with. Let me know if Greenwich Village and Tribeca smells like 540 to you, because it totally smells like 540 to me, or maybe something's wrong with my nose. I don't know. But anyway, I appreciate my stars, and I appreciate the Bond fragrance, and it's also a female fragrance, I'm not going to say female, a fragrance made by a woman. So, you know, I appreciate that as well. So thank you all. Like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells for any other videos that I upload in the future, and have a beautiful day.